What is up, everybody? We are back in the queue for a 10 plus 5. Welcome back to the show, by the way. Thank you very much for all of your very lovely and kind comments. But yeah, we got a 10 plus 5. We're black today. I think yesterday we were white, right? I can't remember. I think so. Yeah, so today we have a Dutch Leningrad. Let's go for it. And yeah, I've been enjoying. I enjoyed yesterday's video. I'm enjoying today's video. We have a mainline Leningrad Dutch here. I like the C6 lines as opposed to the Queen E8 lines or the Knight C6 lines. Mainly because against this bishop, it blunts this bishop a little bit. It also blunts this knight, but it also gives our queen a nice little square here. I can't remember the move. I can't remember the move already. This isn't good. Is it just this? I think it might just be this, and then after here, then we come here. Let's just chase this away. Why not? Seems like a good idea. Opens up the bishop as well. Also gets the tempo on the bishop. And now we're just preparing to play e5. The only move, the main move here, I think, is bishop here, which prevents us playing e5 because obviously we don't want to lose our queen. But in that case, like I said, we just come queen c7, I think. That was the plan with playing c6 anyway. And if he doesn't move the bishop, then we just get the bishop pair. Nice, we'll continue with our plan. Yeah, if he didn't move the bishop, we were just going to take it. Because that means that this bishop, our dark square bishop, is just unopposed. Yeah. Okay, so he's gone queen here. So he's trying to line up a absolute classic dark square battery here. So the main way to counter that, essentially just to move this rook. So when he does come here, as he does, we can move this bishop to whatever square we want, because if this rook was here, we would just lose an exchange. But now we've moved this rook, we don't lose an exchange because it's not there anymore. Yeah, so that's nice, but we do need to be careful now of this diagonal, because our king doesn't have any more squares. Our king doesn't have the h8 square to run away to. That's a bit of a strange move from our opponent, I'll be honest, because now we can just sort of lock up these light squares. And as I just mentioned, these light squares, thematically, they're a bit of an issue. This diagonal is a bit of an issue for us. But yeah, our opponent's just sort of locked it off for us. So yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so our opponent is he's trying to come in on these light squares. Luckily we've got this light square bishop here to just fortify these light squares. So we can't really move this knight at the moment. At the moment though, I'm thinking maybe we just bring our knight back in. This makes the most sense. I'm going to play fairly quickly for now, because these moves, they're fairly elementary. We don't really need to worry about these queenside pieces at the moment. Like I said, we just need to keep this bishop on this square. This e6 square is the hole in our defense at the moment. We don't really want to push the pawn either, because, like I said before, these pawns are actually a hindrance for white, because they're blocking this diagonal, which they really want access to. So if we move this e-pawn, they can just take. So we don't want to do that. We also don't want to block in this bishop. I'm just going to take that, like I mentioned before. Yeah, and this is fine now. This is completely fine, I think. Okay, so I did mention that taking here would sort of move this pawn out the way. So now this bishop opens up. So we need to be a little bit careful. But it's actually fine. It's actually fine because, again, this pawn blocks this off. So any checks that would normally be here, with threats this way, it's not a check anymore. So it doesn't actually matter. Now, I'm going to come here because I don't want this knight jumping in this way. If the knight jumps in here, I think, again, we probably just take it. I think that would be completely fine. And we've got complete control once this knight comes here over these dark squares in the centre of the board. This dark square bishop is not a very good piece. That rook isn't doing too much. We'll come here and probably just jump in with our knight. Again, that's a very nice square. But not immediately. There's no rush to jump in here with our knight. Maybe he just blocks here. Although it does attack. It does attack this pawn, which could be useful. But again, we're not in a rush to do because our opponent could just do something like this, which in some lines may just win the piece because of the pin. Maybe they could bring bishop here, pawn here, queen here. We just gang up on our knight if we came like this. I think plan-wise, we're just going to start pushing on the queen side, which should hopefully just unleash this dark square bishop that we have. A very long-range piece here. This absolute sniper on h8. This pawn's actually doing quite a good job at protecting our king. So maybe taking isn't even really that much of a good idea. But at the moment, I want to just get this rook off this diagonal, so there's just no more threats with this bishop, essentially. I think a plan for our opponent could just be to try and get a knight on one of these two squares. How does he do that? Well, he needs to get probably in this way, right? So, yeah, it's definitely easier said than done. This knight is a few moves away from this square. I can think of like this kind of maneuver, but that's just going to take so long. And in that time, I could probably just come something like knight here. Okay. So our opponent's trying to strike out the centre, which makes sense, principally. However, that does weaken this square. And our knight on this square now controls this. Can we just take? Hang on. Take. And then just push. I actually don't mind that position either. We need to be careful if our opponent's got any like bishop takes here, for example, but I don't think he does in that situation. Maybe he doubles up. But I think that's when we bring our knight in. So I'm just going to take. Keep it simple. Take, yep. Do we need to take, actually? Yeah, we do. Because we don't want, like I mentioned before, we don't want our opponent's knight coming in this way. Okay. Okay, so now I don't think we can do this immediately, actually, because that would create this pin, like I mentioned before. So again, maybe we just come rook here. Or if we come here and this, maybe in that situation we come here and just take queen for 2 rooks. You know, I'm going to go for it. If he wants to come here, then I think, yeah, like I said, we just come here and go queen for 2 rooks. Okay, he doesn't even do that. So, that's interesting. Okay, so our opponent's just going for a big attack. Right. Okay. This is a very interesting position. I like this a lot. I do like this a lot. Maybe something we go for is trying to bring the rook in this way. Or is that too slow? We perhaps need to be careful of, again, because this opens up this queen to come in as well. So we do need to be careful of that. But we always have this move to give our king an escape square because it's check as well. So we do need to remember that. And maybe it's worth just throwing that in now. Or maybe coming here just to trade queens. Oh wait, no, that just drops a piece. So hang on, take, push, rook here, take, yeah, I mean that would be mate, that would be kind of embarrassing. So take here, probably queen here, check. Let's come here, check. Let's give this check first. Because now if this bishop does ever move, then perhaps we can put our queen on this diagonal and have some kind of mate threat along this diagonal. Okay, this is tricky. I think our queen's just misplaced here. I think our queen is just on the wrong side of the board. It's kind of trapped. And I think this here is just too slow. Hang on. Here. 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 Take. Here. Here. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Maybe we just give back in exchange. Or if here actually, if we got this. Yeah, okay. Let's come here. So when he comes here, we can just come here. But maybe he's got this. But can we just take? And I think our queen actually does a good job there. Maybe we can come here as well. Okay, I think this might be a defense. This might be a defense. We'll have to see. We're down quite a bit of time on the clock. But we do have counterplay on this B file. Once this B file opens, we've got lots of counterplay here. This will be very interesting to see how this works out. If this attack here actually amounts to anything. But I think this knight, this knight e5 resource we have seems like it holds. It seems to me like it holds anyway. Because as well, if takes, we take with the pawn, not with the knight, because that gives our king a square as well to also support the pawn. I think that's also quite crucial here. And this knight is actually doing quite a very nice job. Yeah, and also once our king comes here, this gives this rook the g8 square. Okay. Okay, so... Oh dear, right. Do we just come here and here? We're getting kind of low on time. I'm just going to play it. I don't think that works, to be honest, because I think after takes... Actually, no, after take, we just come rook here as well, because... Oh, wait, no, because then he can push. Okay, yeah, so after takes, we've got to take back. Probably with the... With the pawn again, or with the knight? To then be able to drop the bishop back. Okay, hang on. I think we take this way because otherwise this rook comes here. And we want to trade these off first. Yeah, or actually we can come here. Is that better? Do we want to take before we come here? Or can we just come here? I think we can just come here actually. I think this is probably again fine. And remember what I said earlier about this queen move. Now that this bishop's actually moved here. Oh wait, oh we missed it. Actually we could have taken. We could have just taken, and if takes we had queen here. And that would have been mate. Oh, we missed it. We missed it. Okay, okay. Oh, and he's sacked it. Fuck's sake. Yeah, he must have seen that. That's annoying, but still, okay. Still, I think we're just going to be an exchange up now after takes. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. I can't believe I missed that. We could have just taken, yeah. To go through that here. We just take, and if takes back, this is just checkmate. He's got to come rook here, and we just take. Well, he can come queen here as well. We just take as well. Ah, I can't believe I missed that. Oh well. Anyway, what's going on here? Okay, he's got maybe some kind of. Do we just have to come here? I think so. I don't see any has he got any worthwhile discoveries? Is that a good discovery? Taking the knight? Oh, I think that might be game actually. I think here wins. Because after king here takes, he's threatening this as well. Ah, I can't believe I missed that. I mean, we'll have a look with the computer, see if it was actually winning, but I'm pretty sure that was winning. I'm pretty sure that was just a missed win. Yeah, and he sees it. Yeah, because if here he takes, if here takes, yeah, if here then this. So we have to come here, and he just takes anywhere, and he's threatening this. That's not what you like to see. Have we got... No, that's because there's mate as well. Ah, yeah, this is just game. Ah. And can we... I don't think we can stop mate, can we? Yeah, we'll give that to him. That was a good game. Oh, we had that. We absolutely had that. So, yeah, this is the main line. I'll be interested to see what it says about this move, actually. Oh, that was the main move. Let's go. Let's go, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, that's interesting. I want us to just push that away. It quite likes giving up this dark square bishop, and apparently this is just bad because they get e5 in. I really didn't mind this position. I didn't think it was... I did not think this position was mine. Was +2 for white here, but I mean after he takes, and like I said, this pawn is fine for us. Taking was good. That was not. I mean, I understand that it's a bit cramped, but I genuinely felt like this was fairly fine. Oof. He's got a forced mate. What is this? Oh, right, because rook here, yeah. Wait, what? Have I not got... Have I not got this? Oh, because... Oh, that's check. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, that makes sense. And then, yeah, what happened in the game? Ah, it's forced mate. Ah, I missed forced mate. Forced mate in 3. That is poor. That is poor. That is not good. That's... I literally said that. I literally mentioned that, oh yeah, in this game, this bishop paired with this queen on this diagonal, once this bishop moves, that's going to be a checkmate. And then I missed it, and then he goes and fucking sacrifices, which, I mean, is fair enough. Well played to my opponent. Yeah, he found the top engine move, and it was an only move as well. Literally an only move. The move after that, we can see here, queen h4, gives us equal. So yeah, fair enough. Fair enough to my opponent there for finding the only move, which is to sack. Because to be fair, that bishop was my best piece. Yeah, and I'm just lost now. Oh, well, fair play to my opponent. That was a good game. I enjoyed that. Definitely learned about that position. My opening knowledge, I mean, it kept giving me as like -2 there, like +2 for my opponent. So, probably not great. I think, yeah, I need to just not be scared of this exchange and just play for the principle of the Dutch, which is just to play e5. So, yeah, it's a bigger principle in the Dutch, I guess, to play e5 than it is to keep hold of this bishop. And actually, yeah, like the engine says here, like taking isn't even that bad either. Because now this queen is just completely offside. There's no actual dark square weaknesses that they can take advantage of. And even if there were, this queen does a good job at defending. Versus what happened in the game with this pawn structure where my queen was just sort of blocked behind her own pawns. Yeah, so this is actually quite nice. Especially with this rook on e8. I have to play e5. I have to play e5. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is a very interesting dynamic game again. Yeah, just showing you as well, there's missed opportunities in every game. Even if, I'm getting smoked, +5 for my opponent pretty much the whole game. Let's have a look at the analysis thing. How do you do that? Computer analysis. Yeah, I've got a feeling it's not going to look good for me at all. And then all of a sudden, there's a force mate in 3. So even in positions like this, even in games like this, where it's just you're just getting smacked up, there's always a chance. There's always a chance your opponent always messes up. So just make sure you're looking out for it. Like I was not. Just you can take advantage of it. Yeah. So hopefully you guys learned something there. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed. Return of I Thorny Chess. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, and goodbye. Mwah.